Yesterday I was in line at the local coffee shop. Had to get my Java fix, and the lady in front of me struck up a conversation. It wasn't long before she realized I was a homeschooling dad, and then she asked me an interesting question. Most people worry about socialization for homeschoolers, but I get that the whole socialization argument is blown way out of proportion. I guess it's the only one we non-homeschoolers think we've got. But what I really wonder is, how do you give grades, and how do you know they are the right grades? I thought for a moment, then responded, well, I'm not sure that even school teachers, public or private, have an objective standard for giving out grades. One school district grades differently from another. One school within a district grades differently from another. One teacher within a school grades differently from another. Some grade on a curve, some give extra credit, some grade individual students differently. Yeah, she answered. You're right. I remember that about my own grades, wanting to argue with my teacher because she graded me more harshly than my friend. So maybe the question that should be asked is, what do these grades communicate to the students? Once an essay is graded, what does a 92 or a B+ mean? What does the student do with it? What do you mean? She asked. Well, the 92 tells the student that there's room for improvement if he cares to get higher than a 92. But it doesn't communicate what he needs to continue doing to maintain that 92, or what he needs to change to improve it. No, not unless the teacher adds that information as a comment. Exactly, I responded. Look, homeschooling families do give grades. We have to. Schools require them. Transcripts require them. But the most important part of assessment, the part that helps students to be better learners, happens in our weekly community. For us, that's called classical conversations. Each student, after giving a speech or presentation, assesses himself. He tells us exactly what he did well and exactly what he can do to improve, with specific examples. By doing this each week, he learns how to evaluate his own work and how to improve upon it from there. His peers, usually one or two, will give specific examples of what he did well that he can continue to do and what he can improve upon in order to better his work. And then the student, of course, will also receive assessment or an evaluation from his tutor. The tutor will give a specific example of what he did well and a specific example of what he can improve. More than just receiving an evaluation or an assessment that helps them to improve upon their work, the students are also learning how to receive compliments and constructive criticism from themselves, their peers, and adults. And in doing so, they learn how to receive these things maturely and responsibly. And the lady at the coffee shop, she said, that makes a lot of sense. I remember being pretty upset about poor grades that I received, and I remember being pretty proud of the good grades that I received. And the sad thing is, I didn't even know what made them poor or good. I bet those kids get better and better at learning from that kind of feedback. And I just smiled because I remembered my challenge class getting better and better at giving and receiving feedback and producing the work that they produced. And I said to her, they really do. They really, really do.